There's a university where you can be kicked out for being gay. You can see Trump speak in person. And if you want a full ride scholarship, all you have to do is give your baby up for adoption. Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm a deep skeptic, also a pastor, and I was adopted. The place is Liberty University, and the details of this matter, and it has to stop. So there's a place called the Liberty Godparent House on the campus of Liberty University. The Godparent House was founded by Jerry Falwell. You'll remember him as the guy who said 9/11 was the result of gays, feminists, and the ACLU. He's the founder of the Moral Majority, which was founded to enforce far-right Christian control over the U.S. government. He said that feminists are teaching women to leave their husbands, kill their babies, and practice witchcraft. And yeah, he said that the Teletubbies were gay propaganda. What happens at this place is horrifying. So young women who get pregnant are sent to this place generally by their parents and pastors. And when they go, it's very much cult-like. They are removed from contact with their family. They get 2 30-minute calls a week. They can't see anybody for the first month. Like when parents went to take their kids for Christmas, visit their kids for Christmas, they couldn't take them overnight. They had to take them within a 2-hour radius and bring them back. It is insane. The windows and the doors are locked, and they have to go to sort of religious indoctrination services and classes all the time. They call the classes parenting classes, but it's really a class that says, like, you're not equipped to be a parent, and you are horrible and a sinner, and really the only thing that is right is for you to adopt. And of course, they sell it to the adoptive parents, who have to be not gay couples. They have to be Christians, and by Christians, they have a very narrow view of what Christians in. Yes, it's the view that you think, the super fundamentalist, evangelical, conservative Christians. And they even have this ceremony sometimes where it's like a wedding ceremony, but the family, the father and the mother of the child actually go in a church service sometimes and bring the baby and hand it to the new parents. If they start or keep going on and on about wanting to keep their baby, those people mysteriously just disappear from the home. Obviously not anything nefarious, they go back where they came from. But if you do agree to adopt, there is a carrot that is held out there. If you adopt your kid, if you give up your kid for adoption, you will get a free ride to Liberty University. And yeah, it's exactly what you think it is. It is a place that is hyper fundamentalist evangelical theology. They said that the Bible is inerrant, it contains no errors, which is completely false. They have speakers and speaking courses about biblical womanhood, which means that the primary role of women is to be submissive, to bear children, and to be homemakers. And they talk about anti-racism work as being evil and part of a woke agenda. And of course, in this kind of stuff, you also need to follow the money, and the money is sketchy. So this was originally funded with all kinds of appeals directly by Jerry Falwell in his television ministry and his at his church. Like, they would bring the unwed mothers down to the front. They would send people these bronze slippers that said, "You saved a child." He would tell people that they should take out of their savings to fund this work. And let's just be clear, like the SEC investigated his church for all kinds of things. And of course, there's all kinds of sketchy financial things with Liberty University, including allegations of kickbacks, the misuse of federal funding, when they soared from like $300 million in revenue to $1 billion. Only 20% of that was used for actual instruction. And there's a financial outcry, and they did this report, this audit, but they didn't reveal it to anybody. I mean, it was sketchy upon sketchy. Oh yeah. And they transferred a sporting facility to Jerry Falwell Jr.'s personal trainer, and then they leased that back from the trainer over 9 years for like $650 million. I mean, it's messed up. But the stories of these young women are horrifying. Like, they are cut off from their friends and families and partners. They are sent through this sort of almost feels like reprogramming, indoctrination process. They are verbally abused, and oh my gosh, they are coerced to the point that it just feels forced to give up their children for adoption. And don't get me wrong, I'm adopted. I am so thankful that my birth mother, who felt like she couldn't raise me, was willing to let me be the child of two other parents. I am deeply grateful for that every day. And I had a pretty good life with those parents, right? Not perfect, but nobody's life with a family is perfect. But this isn't that. This isn't adoption. And the way that they use Christianity is in no way what Jesus would do. Like, you look at the Jesus story, like Jesus is on the side of these of people who are in these desperate situations, right? He stands literally in between a crowd who is gonna stone a woman for engaging in some sort of sexual act that they deemed inappropriate. Jesus talks to a woman who has been deeply shamed and values her and like releases her to basically be an evangelist. To put a fine point on it, this is the appropriation of a religious tradition that is focused on love and grace and peace for evil. That's all it is, evil. And this is really troubling. This is not the only place like this. There is a rise in these in America, and it needs to be called out. These need to be exposed. And so here's the thing. You should look around you. Find out if there are any places like this near you and expose them, because this is so wrong and harmful. And if you want to look more into this, you can look into my sources, which were Glamour Magazine article, a Miss Magazine article, and an incredible podcast called Liberty Lost.